Good morning, church. This is our year of consolidation, powered by our faith and our faithfulness. Consolidation, a power that's divine, fueled by faith and faithfulness that shines. With every step, I consolidate my stand on the rock of faith that holds my hand. My mind grows stronger, my heart more bold, as the power of faith and faithfulness forever unfolds. Faith is the anchor that holds me fast, a beacon of hope that shines like a blast. Through the storms of life, it keeps me grounded and strong, a perfect companion that never goes wrong. With consolidation, my faith is refined and pure, a treasure trove of knowledge that forever endures. Consolidation of my spirit, a fortress strong and free, powered by my faith and my faithfulness. That's me. Brick by brick, I build my inner might, a citadel of courage that shines with light. My heart is the temple where love and joy abide. My mind, the sanctuary where faith and faithfulness reside.
I stand unshakable like a mountain high, my faith and faithfulness forever in the sky. The winds of doubt may blow, the rains of fear may pour, but I remain steadfast on the rock of faith forever sure. With consolidation, my soul is anchored deep in the oceans of God's word where I forever keep. Consolidation of my soul, a heart that burns with flame of fire pulled. Guided by my faith and faithfulness, I reach my highest goal. Consolidation is not just a word. It's a state where my actions and convictions create an unmovable mountain. Consolidation, powered by my faith and faithfulness, makes me unstoppable. I break through on one side, so let the world see the power that I hold. A consolidated being, powered by my faith in God.
Faith is more than just a stirring or a feeling. It's more than just believing without seeing. Faith, it has a deeper meaning. Faith is profound. It's what raised a man up from the ground. It's what tells us that we are no longer bound to these shackles and these fears. It tells us that God is always near to the brokenhearted and to the torn. It tells us that we have been reborn. It tells us this. Faith is like an anchor that keeps us grounded when we feel surrounded by the chaos and the noise. And when we start to lose our identity, trying to be what society wants us to be, that's when faith calls out to us loud and clear, reminding us of why we are here. Faith and gives us purpose. And every time my heart beats in our chest, we are reminded of who created it.
And if you lack faith, if you have your questions and your doubts, I'm here to tell you today that that is okay. That doubt is not the opposite of faith, but the opposite of faith. The opposite of faith is self-sufficiency. It's thinking that we can live our lives alone, not in need of a throne. We seek the fame, the glory, and to be known. And maybe control of your life is what you seek. But the only reason you have your life is because a man thought you were worth the sacrifice. See, faith gives us peace. Faith gives us rest. Faith will change your life, I confess. Faith tells us not to lose heart. Faith gives us a brand new start. Faith says that we will never go hungry or never go thirsty. And faith says that Jesus will give us his unconditional love and mercy. So when life puts a mountain in front of you, faith tells that mountain to move. And when the walls of Jericho feel like they're surrounding you, faith says those walls will come crumbling down. See, having faith is not just saying I believe. It's a commitment. It's vowing to live a life that is different. So I ask you today, I have faith. Are those 3 words enough for you to turn your life around? Are those 3 words enough for you to live a life that is profound?
Faith, the unwavering belief in the unseen, the bridge that spans the void between hope and reality's dream. A flame that shimmers so bright, emulating life's darkest night, guiding us through the storm to the promise of a brighter light. Faith, the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things unseen, the whispered promise in our hearts that what we seek we will glean, the anchor that holds us from true life's turbulent seas, the steady hand that guides us through the uncertainties of our pleas. Faith, the fire that refines us, purifying our souls like gold, the hammer that shapes our character, molding us into virtues bold, the wings that lift us higher to soar on eagle's wings, to see the world from God's perspective and hear the heavenly king's wings. Faith, the language that speaks directly to the hearts, the currency that purchases miracles that never departs, the key that unlocks the doors of possibility and might, the compass that navigates us through life's journey day and night.
Faith, the fragrance that fills the air with a sweet sense of grace, the melody that harmonizes our souls with the rhythms of God's embrace, the river that flows from heaven, quenching our taste and satisfying our soul, the tree that bears the fruit of righteousness, making us whole. Faith, the victory that overcomes the world, the triumph that conquers fear, the shield that shields our hearts, and the sword that pierces the darkness clear, the light that shines in the darkness, illuminating our path, and the voice that whispers, do not fear, for I am with you to the very end. Faith, the foundation that stands firm, unshaken by life's earthquake, the rock that anchors our souls in the midst of raging storms and hurricanes, the shelter that shields us from harm, the refuge that hides us from the rain, the fortress that keeps our hearts and our souls from pain. So I ask, will we trust in him again? So if faith is our guide and his presence is our might, shall we fear the darkness or shine bright with his light? May our faith be the legacy we'll leave, a heritage of hope, a treasure to believe. May our faith be the beacon that shines so bright, guiding generations to come to the love and light of God's delight.
They say seeing is believing. But this is what happens when you believe in what you can't see. And then it opens up your eyes to a whole new living. See, faith is not what you see. It's not what radical. Faith is the force that drives us. That when heard upon, brings forth something so unbelievable and true. Faith is the force that pushes us. Faith is the light that guides us. The answer that tells us that there's something more. That something more is the presence of God. See, this journey is not supposed to be easy. But for he who believes chooses to receive a call that cannot be ignored. You fight your personal battle. This way your private wars, it wasn't for naught. No! It all leads you to more. This faith, radical faith, unbreakable, unshakable, unmistakably knowing that the master of all creation has put you here for a purpose. And in creating you, he created a reflection of himself to go and shine into the world. Radical faith, the power to move mountains. The balance to walk on water, the all-out passionate soul that says, here I am, Lord, send me, I'll go. This is when your spark becomes a wildfire. This is your purpose on display. This is like a sword of unbreakable, shaped for magnificence. This is radical faith.